Welcome to the A to Z of Virtua Fighter, a series where we try to get to know the complicated world of Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, one letter at a time. Today, Ukemizeme. You've probably heard of Okizeme, often used to describe strategies for getting up after a knockdown in order to quickly regain the advantage. Definitely spend some time exploring this. I'll link the Quickrise chapter at the end and in the description if you want a universal primer. After that, Ukemizeme is kind of the opposite. You've knocked down the opponent and you want to continue the offense and pressure. It's not always an option, so know which one of your knockdowns gives the opportunity. But if you're close enough or too close to avoid their Okizeme, then let the games begin. There's three main approaches to Ukemizeme: baiting the Okizeme, well-timed meaties, and, for the tech junkies, Uramawari. Baiting Okizeme is low risk, but requires you to create distance, so if the opponent doesn't engage, you're right back into the neutral again. If the opponent is particularly favouring their kicks when getting up, having something ready to nab some cheap damage like this is great, but the scope of the strategy is usually pretty limited. Meaties, on the other hand, can really force your opponent to change their approach. These come in two main forms: timing an attack to hit the opponent as they're coming out of their rise in invincibility, and taking advantage of some of your plus on block moves with long startups. So even if your opponent can successfully block in time, they're straight back into the smoke and having to guess again. This often will include the use of frame kills and option selects, which are moves and dashes specifically thrown out while the opponent is down to ensure that the timing is just right to cover some of their wake up options, or to prevent an attack from coming out if they wake up in a way that you weren't prepared for. Lastly, Uramawari, which was popularised by the addition of sidesteps in Virtua Fighter 3, is the technique of moving over or around your opponent as they're getting up, with the intention of making the animation stand them up in the wrong direction. These work best on opponents with fewer circular options in their Okizeme, so that they're less able to track you. But get these right and you can get side bonuses, back throws, and even the opportunity to immediately knock them down again. There's loads of nuance to this right up into the high levels of the game, including things like animation checking, so knowing whether or not the opponent is going to kick first or roll and then kick first, and adjusting what you're doing to maintain that pressure. This is definitely one of those techniques that's just going to take a lot of time and a lot of familiarity. Thanks for watching. For more A to Z of Virtua Fighter, check out the playlist in the description, or subscribe to be the first to know about the next one. I'll see you online.